and I'll put everything on show notes. And the first blog I wrote was on Oracle Fusion Applications Foundation, that's Functional Setup Manager, and that was 20 August 2011.
Welcome to the OTech Talks podcast, where it's all about working on technologies. You will hear the latest tech information, and your host, Kashif Manzoor, brings together product overviews, how-tos, best practices, tips and tricks, and troubleshooting techniques.
To OTechTalks.tv, the podcast which is covering the latest technology trends on business transformation, digital transformation, and how-tos, best practices, and what are the software applications are being implemented across the world. This is Kashif Manzoor, and if you're first time into the show, welcome to all of you on the OTechTalks.tv, and if you're a regular listener, welcome back, and let's directly dive to today's topic. Today, our session number 68, I think so. Let me hold on. Let me recheck it now. It's 59. Today, our session number is 59, and our topic is where to start in organization for digital transformation. Or you can say how to start your digital transformation in an organization. What is the first step, or maybe series or sequence of steps which we need to take? And the famous quote I found, the only wrong move when it comes to digital transformation is not to make any move at all. Not to make any move at all. So you need to check yourself on which move, on which stage you are. What we're going to cover today, we're going to cover primarily 7 plus 1 bonus point, a discovery phase or a digital capabilities assessment, establish how you will go digital, get the right buy-in and commitment from C-levels, crafting a roadmap and ensuring you have the right skills in place, preparing the entire business, and begin your digital transformation. And then we'll talk what are the 4 steps which Gartner is talking about when you're choosing your digital transformation from a starting point of view. Now, before we go to the topic, I just want to share also some of the fast facts about, because last week I was just doing some bookkeeping or my blog keeping, and I found some interesting facts, and which was really also a surprise to me, that if you know or you don't know, maybe I haven't shared earlier in that one, or maybe in my blog post or in my profile on my blog OTechTalks.tv, the first website or the forum website which I created, that was in 30 September 2010, and that was auraerp.com. And the most single, or what we can say is the primary objective was at that time was to create a forum where we can answer each other, and where we are working with different teammates and different projects. And a lot of teammates were on that blog or on that forum. And that forum still is inactive, and no longer an active member on that one, because I have handed over to someone else in the community. But I was the founding member of the Aura ERP forum. And the first blog which I posted, a blog or article on that one, that was on the business process questionnaires based on the business requirement gathering, how you wanted to do it. And I'll put everything on show notes. And the first blog I wrote was on Oracle Fusion Applications Foundation, that's Functional Setup Manager, and that was 20 August 2011. And if you want to see the blog post, you can head to auraerp.com/blog, and you'll find all the blogs on that one. So those were some of the fast facts. So it's all learning from last 10 years, which I'm keeping the flag high, and it enforcing me to learn and share with each of you. Thank you so much for continuously listening and sharing your feedback. Now let's back to our topic of today, which is where to start, or what is the starting point in for digital transformation for all of you and for all of us. So what I have experienced in multiple organizations where I assisted in that or where I worked on that and I have played some of my role, with IT or technology is usually seen as an enemy, because that's gonna hit on people jobs and it will cost the people, they'll lose their jobs, and it's sometimes it's not proving that it's very old. Sometimes it's gonna name it that okay, they're putting a lot of restrictions, a lot of security controls. Now it is an organization to make sure to understand early to their employees that it is not the case that IT is against you, or it will result in a better organization where you can improve the security of their jobs, and even it will also most of that the time that improve their day-to-day or a quality of work when they will be doing on some of the new applications. Although the process will change, but it's going to help them, it's going to help them to improve and quickly complete their work. Now, I'm a strong believer that if you do a digital transformation in a significant way, that it will result in more jobs. Now, if you want the transformation to be a success, you need a support, and that support from top to bottom. And it is crucial to include all stakeholders and users in the process, because they need to own this project or program, and they need to feel that they are responsible for the success of this program. In the early days of discussions on digital transformation, it was common to paint a picture of what digital transformation might accomplish. And organizations usually rely on three areas of transformation, with digital operational transformation, operational processes, business models, and customer experience. These were common three models: customer experience, business models, and operational processes. These are all solid objectives, we understand, and it's believable that for many organizations, each of these, either operational, business model, or customer experience, could be so broken that the business couldn't survive without a full makeover of any or all of them. And based on all the organization's capacity, if you may have more resources, so they, it is with respect to financials, human, and technical, and they can start all three of them. Or maybe they, based on their financials and capacity, they can start any one of them. So therefore, they need to prioritize their investment from where to start. Or you need to prioritize your investment. You need to prioritize your starting point. So this is the one case. Now another situation can be where you have already have some form of digital transformation going on in your organization. For example, it could be ERP implementation or any process automation in different phases or different parts of the businesses. So maybe you need to start exploring some changes, and then you want to start small and then build on those initiatives. So where should you start for digital transformation? Or where we all really start for any transformation in business with respect to digital transformation. Now, you have to define what digital means to your organization, and that's the key for everyone all of us. It is critical to identify the challenges facing your organization and deciding what digital solutions are suitable to achieve your goals. You can start from the discovery phase. And what is discovery phase? It's where we start to interview them and begin to find out where the pain points in the organization are, and, for example, for the clients or for the customer, for your customer. So as soon as you have a list of pain points, now I'm just taking this discovery phase, and then This discovery phase can also be called like a digital capabilities assessment. So once you have the pain points, you need to start brainstorm how to solve these for the users, for the consumers, for process. And then you can get a list of solutions or list of possible solutions. And then we need to identify or calculate how difficult or to execute these ideas. And once you decide this one, then you can, focus on the low-hanging fruit or which one are the easy to implement. Now, if we document or translate this to digital capabilities assessment, this discovery phase, that what is this discovery phase corresponds to a digital capabilities assessment. And this is where the industry stands, is that before you jump in, it's best to assess where you are. Depending on the maturity level of your organization, some processes may be significantly transformed already, others not at all. Areas of your organization could be operations, business models, or maybe you have already optimized some of the processes, and you may need to just introduce some of the new technologies like a chatbot or digital assistants, or maybe augmented reality or some machine learning. Start your state of digital assessment by evaluating your current processes and the pain points that go with them. So that's discovery is talking as digital assessments or a maturity digital capabilities assessment. Now, when we spoke on the pain points, it's very important that to do a research that, okay, you want to do some benchmark, but how the other industry is doing. For example, you want to after doing the digital transformation, your processing time, it could be any processing time from licensing to issuing a new customer or knowing your customer or delivering a product or even manufacturing something. So the processing time you want to reduce from 20 minutes to 10 minutes. That's your ambition or your plan. But your competitors are already doing in 5 minutes. So even if you will do in 10 minutes, you will still fall behind in the industry. So that's why it's very important that when you do digital assessment or maturity capabilities assessment, then we need to keep asking these questions. Keep in mind, how are we going to design for innovation, optimization, agility, and scale? Does your current digital architecture or infrastructure, including software, applications, tools, networks, hardware, everything, address your future needs? What role will your solution or partner play in helping you successfully move forward? Does the organization have the required skills to overcome the challenges through digitalization? Is the organization culture ready? And more importantly, willing to adapt to change? These are all common questions which you need to do in the discover phase so that we can identify where to start. The second point on is establish how you will go digital. When we say how you will go digital, it means with the objective and capabilities established, or you want to establish, you will be in a very good position to evaluate various digital transformation alternatives that exist for you and for your sector of industry. No doubt, technology plays a key role for digital capabilities. However, the use of each technology has a different impact on the maturity level of the digital capabilities. Because based on your starting point, you will know what is going to do this digital transformation or this digital technology. Based on the results of your maturity analysis, you need to identify the digital use case which you're going to define or which you're going to focus on it. It can be from front-end transformation to products to customer experience to back-end to anyone. So now there are key examples for this one or questions when we say establish how you will go digital. Redesigning products to have a digital component such as IoT. Is this the target which you identified? Or building digital ecosystems by coupling connectivity, cloud, big data, AI, machine learning, or a blockchain. Or maybe transforming operations and factories using automation, machine learning, or 3D printing. Or building a strong IT infrastructure in order to provide a central digital nerve system for your organization. Or it could be evolving your customer experience to take advantage of digital technologies and include features such as digital assistants or maybe online booking or deliveries. So primarily your strategy might be a combination of internal and external transformation, or it might be just a one small change. Regardless, it is always important to remember that any digital solution is means to an end. And that end you need to keep in your mind, that what is that end? Whenever you're setting your digital transformation goals, what is going to happen? So that's the point 2 when you see. The third point is get the right buy-in and commitment from C-level leaders, board and owner, whoever is having a decision maker power. Once you have a digital strategy and solution thought out, checked out what's going to do it, it's imperative that you obtain executive buy-in. Doing so not only shows your commitment to digital transformation, but it's very critical to getting your project off the ground and running to ensuring investment. It might seem a relatively straightforward step in comparison to building out an entire digital transformation strategy, but it may take time to get the right buy-in, so it's key that you put this in motion as soon as possible once you have a solid plan in place. Because they are going to decide based on the resources, based on the investment, based on the plan, based on the business plan, business expansion, or maybe they're acquiring some other products. So the right buy-in will ensure that you will execute it even before when you're planning it. The 4th point of our starting point for digital transformation is craft a roadmap, or chalking out or drawing your roadmap or strategy. With the right strategy and where you have already got the right buy-in or ownership, you need to look at your digital transformation plan practically and build an effective roadmap. And as we understand all that, you can't change everything at once, and you need to have a comprehensive plan how your transformation will actually work, what the first step we need to do to transform, or from where we're going to start it. So maybe we need to do some of the analysis of when we are identifying what we have done in step 3, that okay, benefit analysis of that how we will do it when we are going to decide okay what or how we will establish the goal based on maybe business or the use cases which we have decided it. So based on that, you need to draft that okay, what is gonna biggest impact on my business, and then we need to maybe progressively change or how the transformation will look like. So in large organizations, you need to see 3 groups of people: those who want to change, those who don't, and those who are on the fence. If you start showing those small projects and successes early, then a lot of these fence starters start to get with the program. Understand your priorities, and based on these priorities, craft your roadmap. So roadmap is very, very important. It's basically a plan, action plan, that okay, which process or you want to gonna take it as a first step. The fifth point is ensuring that you have the right skills in place. Now, maybe we need to train the existing employees or the leadership team, or maybe we need to hire a new one. And if you refer our earlier post on the digital transformation, where we spoke on about the culture, how to win a digital transformation, what is for me, a number of podcasts from session 48, 49, 58, all are talking about the number one, even in one of the primary reason where, based on different surveys, that they talk about that expertise or the digital talent is also playing a major role in the failures of digital transformation. So that's why we need to put in place the right team and the right people so that they can take this program or project without failure. And even some challenges will come on the road, they would be able to counter them, to address them. Point 6 is prepare yourself, your team, your board, your leadership, and the entire business. Now, when we say prepare yourself, it's like communicating your plan and vision for the organization is just as important as coming up with a strategy. There's no doubt people know about that there's digital transformation is happening when you communicate them. But people or the organizations who have followed the different recipes, they have pointed out and proved that the secret recipe is that how you will prepare your organization. And if the value of transformation is not communicated to all, the organization may not obtain buy-in from employees, which could act as a hindrance later on in the transformation journey. You need to provide the transparency, clear structure, plan, and adequate training to prepare them for digital transformation. And that's linked to the culture. And we already discussed in our podcast, which is digital transformation. It's all about culture, which is podcast number 46. So you can go and listen to that one. The seventh step, that's actually your first step. So before that, these 6 steps are the preparation for digital transformation journey. And now the 7th step is, which is ideally a first step, is begin your digital transformation. It looks a very straightforward, simple step. That okay, I have built it, now I'm going to start executing my plan. But you need to ensure you remain committed throughout. Organizations that have had successful digital transformations are those that have set their sights on the end vision and work towards setting the business up for future success and growth. Many organizations are stuck on where to start their digital transformation efforts. So this is the point where you need to start. Okay, now I've done my work. I've set it up where I'm going to start. Set it up. I have done the digital capability assessment. I established how I will go digital. I got the buy-in. I have done my roadmap. I have the right people in place. I have prepared the entire business. And now I'm going to start the digital transformation. Now, these were the 7 common points which are the primary factor or the basis to start digital transformation. Now, if we will refer some of the industry leaders or the analysts, or for example, Gartner. So according to Gartner research, about 57% of organizations have not yet found a starting point for digital business transformation. 57%. So that's a very, very big number. CIOs can work with business leaders to choose the best of 4 possible points to begin and expand the journey of digital transformation. Now, Gartner has mentioned or published or research or guidelines that a document which is talking about 4 starting points for digital business transformation. It's basically guiding you to choose from 4 starting points to turn your organization into a digital business. Now, these starting points, which are published on 31st July 2018, and I'll put it in the show notes. You can find out, choose your digital transformation starting point. And what they have mentioned that these 4 starting points are connected, autonomous, empowered, programmable. And when they say connected, it's mean connected often is not a transformation, but it's an optimization initiative where organizations seek to reduce delivery times, improve service device utilization, or increase productivity by implementing technologies like the Internet of Things or a dedicated digital platforms. The transformation begins when the organization leverages the connected aspect to earn money in new ways. For example, when companies use generated data to create new revenue generating services or make data more available and transparent across their entire value chains. So that could be a connected first point. So it's when you say transformation, it's not changing a business. It's like connecting a business. That's also become one of the digital transformation area. So 4 points of starting point. Second is autonomous. With autonomous technologies, machines can make humans better, and humans can make machines better. So that's the point where the digital analyst pointed out that, okay, based on AI and machine learning, you can use and the machine or the algorithms can help you to take the decisions, and you can make processes autonomous. And I will give you an example of being an IT geek on the Oracle technologies, even that Oracle Autonomous Database. That's one of the point where autonomous operating system, autonomous database, where you're putting everything automatically. Then you don't need to depend on that one. Third point is empowered. Where the starting point of view, the empowered method lets customers and business ecosystems partners create value for themselves and the organization at the same time. This can multiply the potential for value creation. Examples are IoT devices in the medical sectors that let people perform basic self-examination at home without a physician present. So that's empowerment, giving an empowerment. The fourth is programmable starting point. A programmable starting point is focused on both business model change and operating model change. The aim is to let other parties create and deliver value for your organization. This can be achieved via application programming interfaces, APIs, open source technologies, or blockchains. If you see business model change or operating model change. If you go back, we have also discussed about in session number 57, architecting an operating model for digital transformation. So that's the session you can listen more on when we talk about operating model or how you will be going to architect it. The primary key objective or key learning from here, from the Gartner, are the 4 key starting points are. Either you need to be connected, it could be autonomous area, it could be empowerment, or it could be a programmables. You can put everything on. So I will put it in the show notes where you can go on the Gartner website and you can download or you can read full article or the full paper on that one. With this, we are done with our today's session, which is focusing on your starting point, your first step on the digital transformation journey. Where to start in organization for digital transformation. Thank you so much for listening and providing your feedback. I love to hear your a lot of comments, feedback. Please log into www.otechtalks.tv. Under the menu of podcasts, you will find all our podcasts on the digital transformation. Feel free to share your feedback, comments, and then let's start, keep learning and sharing with each other. Have a blessed life ahead. Thank you so much.
Thanks for listening to the OTech Talks podcast, and be part of Tech Talks at otechtalks.tv. It's a turf to share ideas, insights, and innovations.